Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. You're listening to Ethan Van Sciver, 27-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan, trusted member of the media, hated on by the matriarchy, Lord of the Patriarchy. Hell yeah, it's great to be here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon with y'all. Hello, Charlie's London's here. Hello, Charlie's London. Great to see you. Hold on, I'm trying to call up the chat here. And we'll do a quick video. I'm excited to be with you. I'm upstairs watching King Kong. I realized King Kong was like the ultimate simp movie. This guy's King Kong is white knighting for that girl. Is he white knighting? Is he white knighting for her? I think he is. She's not going to be with him. And Darrow's not interested in King Kong. King Cock. I'm watching that movie upstairs, having a couple beers, hanging out with the kids, doing what I do. And when I do what I do what I'm doing like I'm doing it for TV. I've told you guys that many, many times. Hail Dan Fraga, who's in here right now. Let me see. Hail Renee G's. Yeah, good to see you guys. Chat's acting weird, right? Which King Kong? The original King Kong. I want to go through and watch the original King Kongs from the 1930s. Make that kind of a thing to do. Hello, everyone. Hello. All right. So, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the fact that every single day, especially now, because we've shipped all of the CYBERFROG Salamandroid Blacklight posters out. So you should be getting them. If you haven't gotten your Salamandroid Blacklight poster yet, you're going to be getting it soon. Might be today, might be Tuesday. It won't be Monday because Monday there's no mail because it's Memorial Day. I hope you're planning on having a cookout with your family, having a nice time, having a nice afternoon, having a nice celebration, a picnic. You're all welcome to come to my... No, don't come to my house. We have restrictions. You can only have 10 people. Did you know that? In New Jersey, you're only allowed to have small gatherings of 10 people. That's weird. Hunter Grendel says, hey, Uncle E, thanks for sticking up for me earlier on Twitter when I wore my CYBERFROG shirt at the Comic Carnival comic books shop. I'm still shocked this happened. Well, that's what this video is about. We're going to go over that whole incident. Number one Marvel fan says, what's up, buddy? Long time no see. Thank you. Same to you. All right. So we live in a world right now in which the comic book industry is on its last legs. I think that's undeniable. At this point in time, it's comic book stores are not going to make it. And in a way, mostly we've put the blame on the behavior of comic book professionals. We put the blame on the behavior of, the publishers and the kinds of books that they're putting out. We blame them for the way comic book professionals treat their customers on social media. They don't even see you guys as customers. They see comic book shops as customers. And their publishers as customers. They don't really think that they owe you anything. And so they treat you like fecal matter. They treat you horribly. We've been through all this. And that's part of the reason why I think the comic book industry is in the dire straits that it's in right now. But there's enough blame to go around, frankly. I think that the comic book stores themselves, either the owners of the stores or the people that they employ, are also behaving absolutely terrible behavior. So I do search. I run a search on the word CYBERFROG on Twitter every day. I want to see what people are saying about CYBERFROG. Now, most of the time, it's people saying, I got my books. I'm excited about my books. Hooray for my books. That's the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see people saying, I got my Salamandroid Blacklight posters. But today I saw something different. Today, when I searched Twitter for CYBERFROG, I found this individual. Gray matter splat. Quick, there's the dude in a CYBERFROG shirt in the store. Somebody give me talking points for the random conversation I'm going to start in the store. You know what I want to hear. So I was like, well, what? Is this guy like a customer, another customer? So I just clicked on him. I'm like, oh, he sells comics at Comic Carnival, which I believe is in either Illinois or Indiana. Hold on, I'll actually find that out. Where is Comic Carnival? Indianapolis. Okay, it's in Indiana. So God bless Comic Carnival. Anyway, he's in there. He's working for Comic Carnival, and a guy goes in there, very tasteful, awesome fellow, goes in there wearing a CyberFrog shirt. Now, if you're wearing a CyberFrog t-shirt, it means you're a real comic book fan. You like CyberFrog. CyberFrog is kind of a big deal right now. If you don't know, CyberFrog is my comic book, and it has been crowdfunded to the tune right now of $879,477. Look, by the way, I want to see this get to 880 today if we can. If you haven't backed CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet, now's the time to back the Executive Honeycomb box. I mean, look at this. The Executive Honeycomb box, we're almost at 2,100 of these sold. I announced the other day, and Robin's going to kill me. But Robin, don't send me stuff if you don't want me to show it. I announced the other day, of course, that PVC CyberFrog toys are going to be given away free to all customers. Everyone who backs Wreck Planet is going to receive a CyberFrog PVC toy. And I said, but the gimmick here, the scam, is that the CyberFrog toy is free, but the Salamandroid PVC is for sale. And I'm going to be putting it up here as a perk for sale. Now, if you bought the Executive Honeycomb box, you're getting one already. Don't worry about it. These 2,088 people are going to be getting not only the CyberFrog PVC, but they're going to be getting a free Salamandroid PVC, which is going to retail for $20 here. Now, 3D Robin is working on it right now. He's given me a rough sketch. I basically told him I want Salamandroid hunched down over CyberFrog. I want the tail to wrap around CyberFrog a little bit to add stability to the base. I want the two pieces to work together. And so he's given me a rough digital sketch of this. Like, this is what he's looking at right now. So this is basically what it's going to look like, with the two toys together. You're going to get the little CyberFrog for free. The Salamandroid is going to be extra. You're going to have to pay for the Salamandroid. So right now, everything is working pretty good. This is just a digital sketch. It's not put together yet. Robin's like, don't show anybody this, please. No, I'm showing. Robin, you're awesome. I'm showing people what you're doing. This is basically what it's. I like this right here. See how CyberFrog fits right in here underneath him, and Sal is like hunched over him protectively. He's in the same pose as you can see here of the blacklight poster, which is what I asked Robin to do. I said, just put him in the blacklight poster pose if you can. And look how nice it's going to be. It's just going to be ferociously badass and awesome. This is going to be for sale soon. But again, if you buy, don't worry about it. If you bought the Honeycomb box at the very, very low price, and it is low, of $200, you are going to get this already. It's just another thing that we're adding to your Honeycomb box set. If you didn't do this, if you did not buy the Honeycomb box set, that's okay. There's still time to do it, or you can just kind of back a copy of Wreck Planet, get the CyberFrog for free, and then just hold out until we actually put the Salamandroids up here. And you'll be able to buy a Salamandroid, or even if you did buy the Executive Honeycomb box, feel free to buy as many Salamandroids as you want, extra Salamandroids. So anyway, that's the thing. Everyone's excited about CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet right now. Link is in the description. Back this, make it get to 880 today, please. Let's show a little progress to our haters, and this is the hater in question. So this shocked me. I really didn't like this tweet. I didn't like the idea. I fully understand that there are some people who are utterly tasteless and do not like CyberFrog and see it as a threat to their matriarchal cuckery. I understand that. I understand that I represent the patriarchy. I understand that people are afraid of this. So let me see here. Other people are a lot of people. I brought attention to this, and this is the thing. What do I say? What should I say to this guy? And another customer who answers this tweet and goes, "What's CyberFrog? What's a CyberFrog shirt? What do you mean?" And he's like, "CyberFrog is the book made by a guy who hates all women in comics. And I hate him. I hate this creator." So what do you say? What exactly do you say to somebody who walks into your store wearing a t-shirt with CyberFrog on it if you hate CyberFrog, which you're allowed to do? I don't understand it, but you're allowed to do. Hichibaka says, you can't go out of business fast enough. Now, that's how I feel too, except for the fact that this guy's just an employee there. Let me fast forward just a second here so that you guys don't get too angry about this, because it is pretty infuriating. But just let's spoil the show here a little bit and just say, hey, look, the actual store shows up and says, we'd like to apologize, Mr. Van Sciver. That's not the sort of talk we like around here. Now, why did he say that? Because I tweeted him. I said, hey, Comic Carnival, nice avatar. I'm glad you appreciate the work I've done for DC Comics. His avatar is all the rings from Green Lantern with my symbols on them. Hey, your employee here is giving one of your customers a hard time for wearing a CyberFrog t-shirt while shopping at your store. You understand? He went in there to buy comics from you, and you hired some asshole who wants to give him a hard time because he has political butt hurt over the t-shirt that he's wearing. I said, I just wanted to make sure, let me use their own language against them. Just wanted to make sure comics are safe for everyone. And they say that comics need to be safe for everyone. Okay, everyone except for CyberFrog fans. This guy's got to listen to an earful of dog shit from this guy just because he's wearing my shirt. This guy is a mutual customer. You understand, Comic Carnival. This guy's a mutual customer of ours. He's a customer of yours. He's a customer of mine. A customer of mine. We both are concerned for this guy. So Comic Carnival, God bless him, just says we'd like to apologize, Mr. Van Sciver. That's not the sort of talk we like around here. Flash Rebirth was a high water mark for DC Comics. Well, I don't know about that, but it was okay. In any case, I'm glad he's a fan. And look at this. Of course, Comic Skater's coming out. Good to see a store keeping an eye out for the customer. That's Micah Sleeveless Curtis. Andrew Huerta's giving him some applause, saying you just got a new follower. The War Dong, that's Pan. Well done. Extremely impressed with that response. Sanity, refreshing. Can you imagine, though, because this store could have easily have come out to say, Mr. Van Sciver, I would just like to be the first to say, eat shit. We're SJWs here. Fuck you and your Trump tard friends. He could have done that. I mean, in this industry is so loop-de-loo. It's so wackadoo. I wouldn't have been surprised by that response. I would have been horrified, but I certainly wouldn't have been all that surprised. That is the problem. That's why Comicsgate exists. All right, A-tier customer service. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy about this. Joe Frago says, thanks for taking the time to address this strange scenario. The thought of being confronted in a shop just for wearing a comic character shirt is absurd, and no customer should have to feel unwelcome. Way to go, Frago. Well said. Scrolling down, everybody's very, very happy for this store. As you can see, good customer service, showing respect, and making amends for a mistake like that is immediately responded to with respect, with courtesy, with thanks. It's like comic skaters are starved for just basic, simple human dignity from these asswipes. So yeah, thank you. GMTC podcast. He was the guy wearing the shirt. He's a terrific customer of yours and mine, and he deserves respect. Very, very simply, he deserves respect. All right, so going back here, let's actually look at what people are saying. That might have been a better response. Might have been a better response to this guy. Let me see here. Where did I put it? I don't know. What is this here? Here we go. Quick, there's a dude in a CyberFrog shirt in the store. Somebody give me talking points for the random conversation I'm going to start in the store. You know what I want to hear? This is a good one from Mary Boys. He says, did you know my mom and dad are related? You can't go out of business fast enough. I wore my CyberFrog shirt to Hershey Park. I took my son and my grandson. I welcome all conversations. It's good for them to see I can still hold my own. Here's another idea for something to start a conversation. Hi, I see you support one of the highest crowdfunded comics ever. Unfortunately, I don't sell this here. Can I interest you in anything else? That's a nice way to go. Just treat the customer respectfully, as I would hope you would any other customer. I don't get why this is even a thing. The future is frog. I love the future is frog. I quite agree. Let me see here. Well, hi, welcome to Comics Carnival. Can I help you find anything? That would be good. Here's Andrew Huerta. Why don't you leave the customer alone and just sell your comic books? Or you could treat strangers with courtesy, says Sean Crummell. Justin Dutton says, hi, how can I help you? Any titles in particular you're looking for? Basic common courtesy, customer service. Maybe ask if he would be interested in back issues or trades of Green Lantern Rebirth, Flash Rebirth, New X-Men, etc., considering he's obviously an Ethan Van Sciver fan. How are you doing? If you need any help, give me a shout and have a smile on your face. Nerdrotic, Gary from Nerdrotic. Yes, thank you, Gary. He says, greetings and welcome. If you have any questions, just holler. Nerdrotic, and Gary, who runs this channel, he is a comic shop owner. He had a comic book store. He's going to reopen one in 2021. This is correct. This is exactly what you should say. Greetings and welcome. If you have any questions, just holler. Why is it a problem? Why are these people so immature that they can't manage to just be polite to somebody who comes into their shop with a wallet, with money in their wallet? Why wouldn't you be polite to that person? That's a nice shirt. Where can I get one? Well, the answer to that is Crypto Fashion. CryptoFashion.com has a whole line of CyberFrog t-shirts. That would be the guy's response, I guess, to the comic book shop owner. Yeah. What's a cyber? Look at this. What's a CyberFrog shirt? I'm all excited, but I have no clue what this is. People get excited about bad behavior. Comic Carnival is a great shop run by great people. Don't hurt their business just because you want a couple of likes on Twitter, says Peter Samiti. Sorry, Hunter. Peter Samiti to the guy in question. You're working there. You want to hurt their store? Because I will help you hurt their store. I will make an example of you. Fortunately, Comic Carnival just stepped right out and said, nope. We apologize. Sorry. That's right. Nerd Wonders here. She says, say nice shirt. That's all. Let's see. PM'd you some talking points, says Pete Kilmer. This guy's actually going to help. Oh, look, the Gatekeeper talking point NPC generator. Eric Lavoie doesn't even have the guts to say it publicly. Here, I'll help you. Hi, can I help you find anything? All of these would be perfect. This is the way to start a conversation. This is the only thing that somebody behind the cash register, or even like walking around the store, the only thing that they should be saying to the customers. This post backfired. I hope you're enjoying the attention you ordered. Fashion Nazi. Well, we don't want to call people Nazis. Andrew Rodriguez says, sounds to me like someone with good taste who wants to spend money. 100%. All hail Hypnotoad. How about, I noticed you like cyber frogs. Have you checked out Jeff Darrow's Hard Boiled? Oh, or if you're feeling spicy, Michael Zuli's TMNT. I am feeling spicy. I would like to know what that is. Cool shirt. You're an EVS fan? I got some back issues you may be interested in from Nerdy Girl Creates. We have some great people. I mean, the comic book industry and Comicsgate is full of some really, really sweet people. This is great. I love these responses. Say, neat shirt, and ask him where he got it or what it's about. Let him gush and then let him shop. Can you imagine if he did that? If he was just like, where'd you get that? What is it? And he was like, oh, it's CyberFrog. It's this guy, Ethan Van Sciver's book that blah, 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 blah. Talk about it and go, oh, that's cool. All right, let me know if you need anything. The guy would have been walking on air. Just like, he would have been like, and this guy clearly already knows what CyberFrog is. But, just to let this guy give talk about it would have probably made him very happy. Yeah. Here's even Anglantine. How about cool shirt? You support independence. Maybe I could suggest even Anglantine, OGCG. This is the kind of shit that brings us all together. Squabbling Comicsgate factions all come together when we see an instance of the very thing that started Comicsgate to begin with. This kind of behavior. Honestly, this is fantastic. I see you like CyberFrog. We have some back issues of the original run if you're interested in. I doubt you have them, though. I really do. They're hard to get now. If I said you had a beautiful t-shirt, would you hold it against me? I'm not going to give you talking points. I'm just going to ask you why. You're free to feel however you want about EVS, but to voice it for the sole purpose of making a customer uncomfortable and losing their business is not only mean-spirited, but foolish. Wow, there's a lot of responses here. I was sitting there drunkenly watching King Kong. I thought I would get up and make a video, but I had no idea it was this great. Use your Batman voice and say, nice shirt. Welcome to the store, my friend. Is there something in particular you like, or would you like some recommendations? Cool shirt. Can I help you find some comics today? It's called customer service, not let me cram my opinion down your throat and run you out of the store, thus losing money. You do stuff like that, you become the douchebag, the D-bag, which I think stands for douchebag. Awesome shirt. If you have any questions, just ask. That would have been good too. A lot of people have good suggestions for this very simple question. This very simple question of how should I behave when a customer comes into the store wearing a T-shirt that I don't personally like? It seems like an easy question, and a lot of people have good answers for this, which I appreciate. What a great example of customer service. Hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. And then some people are saying, never buy comic carnival. And then this guy here from the before I noticed it was like, just start shit talking EVS. Just start shit talking EVS and just see how it goes. It should be pretty funny until the internet notices and you get fucking in trouble with your boss. All right, he's already proven he'll spend money outside your store. You probably should encourage him to do that more. That's better for us. Spoken like a retailer who can't wait to go out of business. You must be so proud of yourself. I don't think all retailers are like this. I really don't. This kind of stuff does serve to set up like a bad example and make retailers kind of understand the consequences of this. These are a lot of customers here that are responding to this. This hits them viscerally. People do not want to be, oh man. In 2020, you can barely get people to go into a brick and mortar comic book store. You know what I mean? Like the opportunities that are available in a brick and mortar comic book stores, you get to physically browse comics, you get to flip through them. But if that benefit comes with a heaping helping of dickhead, cramming his political opinions down my throat when I'm just trying to buy comics in his store, you might as well just stay home and buy from eBay or Amazon. Let's see. It's clear you just blindly hate Ethan Van Sciver because other people told you to. Yeah, why do you hate me? You don't even know why you hate me. Look at me. I'm lovable. If you had any actual reasons to hate him, you wouldn't need to ask for talking points. His body, his choice. I do not like money, so please leave. CYBERFROG is awesome. Back in today. That's what I say all the time. I'm always like, all right, wonder how this worked out for you. Here's Comic Carnival apologizing on behalf of their idiotic employee. I think that's a good thing. So I don't know. This is interesting, guys. This is still a problem. It hasn't stopped. The people who are killing the comic book industry are still there. They haven't gone away. The problem still exists. So I guess there's still a reason for Comicsgate to exist. And, whenever you see stuff like this, it does need to be pointed out. It does need to be pointed out. And these people just sell him a copy of a Comicsgate book, says Bianca Fights the Zombies. You're a douchebag. Just sell your hot dogs, dumbass. That is correct, too. Turns out he didn't have the balls to say anything to him after all, but his boss sure as hell did. And by the way, yeah, he apologized to the customer too. Comics Carnival actually issued a formal apology to the customer in question. You sound like an asshole and a dumb one, if you can't think of your own gripes. Shut up. Wonderful. Amazing, everyone. Amazing. What a great day. What a great day for Comicsgate. It's something else when you have to say, hey, you forgot to give me basic human respect as not only just a person, but as a customer of your store. Hey, wait a second. You're not supposed to be talking this mad shit about me. I'm in your store trying to buy cool stuff. What's the matter with you? And I feel like we won simply because the comic book store acknowledged that. It's crazy, dude. It is crazy and inside out. What is wrong with this world? And by the way, what if this guy wasn't an Ethan Van Sciver fan? Because, the guy who owns the shop clearly was. He's like, Flash Rebirth was a high watermark in DC history. Who gives a shit? What if I'd never done all of the classics that I have created? What if I didn't have all of that stuff under my belt? What if I didn't have, 14 inches worth of classic comics dangling under my belt? Would I still receive this respect? Would this comic book store actually come out and say, this guy, you're supposed to not talk to customers this way? I mean, we're sorry this happened. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, let me read some super chats here. Let me see. Hunter Grendel is the guy in question. He is here. Hunter Grendel is the guy who was assaulted. Uh, like some Twitter asshole working at the store. He should be working at the store. He's typing in Twitter, like, how can I abuse this customer? Fire this guy. I mean, my God, it's never been so clear. Here's a case where Comic Carnival, fire this guy. Don't let him in your store anymore. Don't let people like him in your store work for you. Working at a comic book store is a privilege. It's a dream for a lot of like young people. I get to work at Comic Carnival. This guy should be fucking working at Shoe Carnival. Get him out of your store. Yeah, here I am. Customers who buy CyberFrog have money. They actually do have money to spend. It's clear. It's very clear. It's clear because of this. CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet is almost at $880,000 right now. Just jumped up to another few backers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Treat these people with respect. I beg of you, for your own sake, treat them with respect. CyberFrog Unforgettable Tales is for sale right now. Obviously, these books are coming in pretty soon, probably within like a month or two. I think like 6 weeks. We're going to have these books. We're going to start shipping them out in July as planned. And the Salamandroid Blacklight posters have already all shipped. The regular Salamandroid posters all went out today. I took them personally. All of you guys should be getting your stuff soon. Oh, what else went out? Let's see here. These went out. Blood Honey line art set of 3. I signed them all too. These all went out today as well. So you'll be getting CyberFrog books soon. I'm very excited about that. Back CyberFrog Unforgettable Tales 1 and 2, and back CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet. And let's see this get to 880,000. And then we will move on to 890,000. And then we will move on to 900,000. And then we will move on to $1 million with Salamandroid toys. With these beautiful, look at this. CyberFrog PVC toy right here. Salamandroid PVC toy that fits over the CyberFrog toy. Can you imagine this on your desk? Can you imagine carrying this into a comic book store? What am I going to say to him? Give me a talking point list of things that I have to say to the guy carrying the Salamandroid and CyberFrog PVC set into my store. For goodness sake. All right, let me read some more super chats here. Thank you guys. What's up? What's up, Peep? Says Dark Gift Comics Presents. David Bowser says, hail Elton Van Skyver. Immortal Coil. EVS, how would Salamandroid react to violence towards CyberFrog fans? Would it invoke his protect mandate? Yes, it would. It definitely would. Salamandroid does not kill people ordinarily. He doesn't like beat up human beings unless he sees clear injustice. And then he will also kill people if it means protecting his brother. But, CyberFrog's not allowed to kill people. Salamandroid is. Number one Marvel fan says, we need some big streams this week to get it to 900K. Brings me great joy. Helping you get there, my friend. You deserve it. Thank you, number one Marvel fan. Rich Speck says, imagine being attacked over a comic t-shirt. This is why I only buy Comicsgate now. DC and Marvel don't want my money anyway. Dixon Cider says, it's like watching the de-evolution of common sense and courtesy. Number one Marvel fan says, I own 2 CyberFrog shirts. I highly recommend them. But really, I want that nice hoodie you had on in black and yellow. Amazing design. Can't wait. Yeah, I think we might make those. Level 3 says, this is great advertising. I'm buying a CyberFrog shirt right now. Let's see who I can trigger. Yeah, feel free to go over to cryptofashion.com. Look at the Comic Artist Pro Secrets section. You will find a whole array of CyberFrog shirts and other Comic Artist Pro Secret shirts that you can wear. And I guess get weirdos pissed at you. Deef says, love you, EVS, and congratulations on your success. Has anyone told you that you look like Porkins from Star Wars? You need an X-Wing pilot helmet. Oh, thanks, Deef. Thanks very much. I look nothing like Porkins. Well, Michael Stralitz says, hello, I'm a pain, but respect to you. About 98% of Comicsgate called feel bad now. I'm a cuck. Ouch. What do you mean, Michael? Let's see. Tippy Tail McKitty, thanks for the unicorn. Michael Strelitz says, we have one, but they would rather die. AT&T would not. Tate Toddler, Jaharami says that owner is a moron. He's not an owner. He's just an employee. Captain Chokout says, I purposely ask for your work when I'm a new CBS, when I'm in a new CBS. Let's see. Comic book store, I guess that is. Level 7 says, Comicsgate customers level up to back Comicsgate comics. Mo money, Mo comics. Hail Comicsgate. Michael Tryon says, are you the lead singer of the 80s band Enough's Enough? No, I've never been in a band, especially not in the 80s. I was just a kid. Big Pun says, got my email that my 2 blacklight posters are coming. Hail Caesar. Dex Luther says, and then. Kay Brady says, you're a good guy for sticking up for the customer. But this also highlighted why stores have been failing for the last 2 years, not months. This was a microcosm of the overall problem. Hunter Grendel says, I walked in ready to spend a few $100s on CyberFrog, Nexus, and Grendel back issues. They had none, but I bought a new issue of G.I. Joe and a few film cells. Then he talks smack about me. Wow. Hunter Grendel, like I said, he is the customer who was abused. L. Kane says, dude, Ethan, did you see Diamond resumed shipping and the book still arrived damaged yet? Making Comics says, hey, brother, congratulations on your success. Been listening to your first several videos. Glad you persevered despite all the hurdles, and I hope your success continues to match your fashion sense. Me too. Charlie's London official says that guy stated that you hate all women who pick up a comic book. Yeah, I know. That's their talking point. I was tagged with Mandy and Sheila in the comment. I'm sure these ladies will disagree. We noted how wrong he was. No response after that. Yeah, I like females. I just don't like feminists. I like people. I just don't like SJWs. And there's no contradiction there. I love all women except for feminists and SJWs. I love all human beings. And that does not include SJWs. J Bomba Fan says, when does Leonard Skinner go back on tour, Caesar? I don't know. Matt Bird says, hey, Ethan, I asked you a question yesterday. Well, okay, maybe really a few and all, but why do you let your fans talk smackdown stuff about you? You mean here? Because it's fun. I don't take it personally. I think it's funny. Let's see. Sun Wuku says, do you foresee doing drawing tutorials again? Maybe someday. Not right now. I wouldn't enjoy them right now. I wouldn't enjoy making those videos right now. I'm actually making comics. Making drawing videos takes a whole day. Teaching people an idea about how to do comics takes a little while. Keaton Smith, thanks for the lion or the super sticker. I can't see what it is, but thank you very much. Donkey Madness says, Hale, if I get the Heroes cover and Death Sting, will I get all the story elements for this campaign? Yes, you will. The $50 tier gets you everything, all the story. Let's see. Colin McQuaddy just became a new member. Colin, you're going to get trading cards. If you become a new member of the channel, you're going to be charged a monthly fee of, I think, $4.99, $5.99, something like that. Go to the community tab. I like to take care of my members and send them physical perks. So you're actually going to get a Rumblebee trading card and a Heather Swain trading card mailed to you that are exclusive to channel members. You're not going to be able to get them anywhere else. So thank you for joining the channel. Let's see. Zayd Comics says, Comicsgate hate is everywhere. A Chicago creator and Magic Cop backer who loved the book messaged me asking why I was Comicsgate. And ended the convo by saying he simply can't support a hate group and won't back me anymore, shaking my damn head. Yeah, I mean, this is effective. It's like the talking points that these people, kind of spread around the internet are effective. And we have to counter them by being great, by being terrific, and also like visibly being positive, winning, being happy, being successful, enjoying comic books. That's how you counter this movement. There is no hate group aspect of Comicsgate. It doesn't exist. The reason why we're being called a hate group is because it's an effective way that SJWs, well, actually, it hasn't been effective yet, but they believe it will be at some point. They think it's an interesting tactic. Hate groups get categorized by the FBI, and hate groups cannot be funded. You can actually get hate groups defunded. They can't use PayPal. they can't use their credit cards anymore. They can't do credit card transactions. So if you want to defund a group of people that you don't like, just call them a hate group so much that the FBI agrees with you. I don't worry about it at all, because even if here's the thing, we haven't been categorized as a hate group because we're not one. And anyone who looked at us would see that we're not. This is bullshit. SJWs are a hate group. And they very clearly, very manifestly are hateful people. We just want better comics. So don't worry about it. I know it's hard, but stick with it and keeping a bright, shining light. Luis D'Amato says, what's the measurements for the poster so I can frame it? 23 inches by 35 inches. Okay, so it's like 1 inch short of 2 feet by 3 feet, for the blacklight poster. Let me see here. Antoine Dennison says, ain't gonna lie, you look like a rock star today. Oh, thanks, Antoine. I like to think that I look like a rock star every day, but, maybe some days. Look, EVS, be real feminist, and the other, we're fighting on Usenet in the 90s is when this, look, E, be real. Feminists and the others were fighting on Usenet in the 90s. When is this gate starting point? It's hard to say. The problem started, I feel like, in the 90s with women in refrigerators. I think Gail Simone's Women in Refrigerators really kicked it off into popularity. It brought, feminism. It made entryism into the comic book industry by SJWs a thing. Gail made that possible. And, she even has this tweet, a famous tweet of her with Kelly Sue DeConnick, at the camera going, sorry, we ruined comics, or sorry, we took over the comic book industry. And it's meant to be like, oh, well, you just mean you're getting a lot of work. But no, she knows exactly what she did. She opened the doors for social justice warriors and feminists to come in and ruin this male hobby. Just absolutely gut it, change it, ruin it, make it worthless. And, look, the fans are leaving. So I think Comicsgate really started to happen officially in 2015. 2015, they started, realizing that there was a real problem and these comics were getting weird, and they started complaining about it. But it's been a gradual process, and Zach likes to say it's too late. I mean, by the time we realized 2017, when the war really started, it was already too late. The heart of the comic book industry had already been taken, and the industry was already dead. It was already dying. So, my attitude about Comicsgate is, and I say this to Englentine and all these guys, OG Comicsgate, the idea of trying to fix the mainstream, it's too late. OG Comicsgate is just obsolete now. There's no reason to even try to get Marvel and DC to behave themselves. Comic book industry is dead. They killed it. So, from here, my belief is that we should be making comics. We should keep comics going. We have enough fans here. I mean, ideally, the people who used to be buying comics and who have been put off by comics are with us. So, that's a big group of people that we can potentially sell comic books to that don't reflect those negative values that SJWs have instilled in the comic book industry that they killed. It's just an unlimited market. We can keep comic books alive if we do that. So that's what I want to do. And that is what I'm doing, Let me see. Darth Fatass says, is the CYBERFROG Vengeance Vampirella still on schedule for October? Can't wait to rock that t-shirt. Yes, indeed, it is. Actually talked about that a little bit with Dynamite yesterday, so we could get that going. Jeff Stark says, got my Chromium Salamandroid yesterday. Thanks. Still waiting on the my red foil Vampirella. Dynamite fulfilling that one? Yes. By the way, I'm up to 41 funded campaigns. Jeff, I'll get them moving on the red foil Vampirella. I think some late coming backers to the red foil Vampirella campaign still haven't received their books. I'll get those taken care of this week. This week, we're going to get all those out. And I closed down the red foil campaign officially. The red foil Vampy campaign is closed down, but the current Vengeance of Vampirella campaign is still going right now. Let me see. Wow. Arturo Emilio, thank you for 200 euros. Thank you. He says, I do love all the people. I do love all people, but hateful SJWs. I'm supporting you and the not hateful people, all as long as I'm able. I will love my CyberFrog comics. Thank you, Arturo. That's extremely generous. I really, really appreciate that. It's an enormous super chat. This is the thing. People say you hate women and you hate gays and you hate this and that. It's just not true. You know, we've fought for women in Comicsgate. We fought for gays in Comicsgate, and we always will. It's not their immutable characteristics that make people a problem. It's the decisions that they make. Being an SJW is a decision that you make. You're choosing to be a far left-wing activist who wants to push people who are happy in their hobby out because they don't agree with your politics. You're choosing to do that. I don't like you for that. Has nothing to do with whether you're gay or a person of color or whatever it is that you are. All of those people are more than welcome in Comicsgate. You know, we love all kinds of people. We just do not like social justice warriors, and we have to fight for comics. Let's see. You have to love them all, even if they are human garbage, says What About? No, we don't. We don't have to love human garbage. Absolutely not. We support male gays. Yeah, we do. We support the male gays and male gays. Of course, we want everybody here. Anthony Perone says, hello, EVS. You're looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. You distance yourself from Doug TenNapel because of his views on gay people. I had to. Here's the thing. Like, I knew what Doug's views. Let me make this clear. Because people don't understand this. I don't care what Doug TenNapel's views on gay people are. I don't care what Mike's views on gay people are. Just keep them to yourself. You know, when you're working for someone, when you're, at work, you are not allowed to run your mouth about politics and religion where customers can hear you. You're not allowed to do that because it makes customers not want to come to your store. So, when it comes to Doug, when it comes to Mike, I don't really care what they believe. I disagree with them. But I think they should not express those views and chase customers away. I think that's just a fundamental aspect of what Comicsgate is meant to stand for. It either stands for that or it stands for nothing. We do not stand for politics. We're not a political group. We are not mostly conservative. We're not a conservative group. If we are mostly conservative, just a coincidence. It just happened that way. We welcome everyone to be a part of Comicsgate. I don't think anyone wants to have to answer for anyone else's extremist views. So it's good if stuff like that, if you want to believe in that, we can believe in that. But if you're a creator, the idea behind Comicsgate is to sell those hot dogs. That's the analogy that we always make. We wouldn't push people away from our hot dog stand, our standing hot dogs, for any reason, for absolutely any reason. It's just silly. So that's how we feel. Dex Luther says, you hang out with Cecil and even fell asleep while he was in your home. So obviously you're okay with gay people. I don't think Cecil's gay. No, I am okay with gay people. I have a few in my family. Because I have a very big family, of course, there are some gays in my family. I love them. I'm concerned about them. So, absolutely, it just, real talk, no problem with gays, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how I feel about them. It doesn't matter how anybody who is a creator in Comicsgate feels about them. You can feel one way or the other. Just keep it to yourself. It's irrelevant. It's not relevant to you making or selling comic books. So that's right. E, give them the wiener. I'm not giving anybody the wiener. Let me see here. Super chats. Arthur. Oh, I read that one. Thank you so much again, Arturo Emilio. Really appreciate you. Otaku DD gave me one, but he retracted his message. Hail Comicsgate. Hail EVS, says Keaton Smith. Keaton, I hope you got all your stuff by now. View of Uranus says, I would buy from this store. Do they have an online presence? So a lot of people are asking them. They're saying, how can we buy from your store? Since they very heroically stood up for the customer, they deserve a little bit of extra business. Tater Toddler Jeremy says, thanks for reading super chats and live streams again. Could you stream while drawing Wreck Planet pages, says Craig Davis. Yeah, I possibly could, but I wouldn't be able to talk to you guys. Here's the thing about doing those live streams where I'm drawing. As soon as I start talking to you guys and paying attention to you guys, I can't do it anymore. But if I just turn the volume off and just let you guys sort of have a camera watching me draw and then just let it go all day long, like that's something that we could do. But that seems boring. It seems boring to me. And then if you send super chats, I can't even read them because I don't even see them. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about any of that. Let's see. Shit is frustrating, says Corey Lee. I asked if the store had online options and out-of-state shipping to reinforce the good behavior, which should just be normal. Cars and Dub says Lily dies and Salamandroid lives, right? Well, wait and see. That's what comic books are for. We have a really, really good story coming up for you and a great installment of CYBERFROG I think you're going to enjoy. And then we're going to go do Rainbow Brute. Rainbow Brute is a great story about absent fathers and sons who need their dads. It's about, by the way, it's about how great it is to be a man. I'll just put it out. I mean, just say it that way. It's about how much better it is to be a man than a woman. For real, it is. Women come in and ruin male properties. They do. They come in and they change everything and make it so that it's just horrible. I mean, just terrible. I mean, all these comic books that feminists come in and make changes to are utterly ruined. What I would like to say is somebody like me, who is, of course, a member in high standing of the patriarchy. I'll bet you anything that I could go in and I could take these girl properties and I could make them better by masculinizing them. Simple as that. That's all I'm saying. That is the thesis behind Rainbow Brute. I think I'm going to take the out of there. Rainbow Brute. It's just that a man could go in there and do what women have done and failed, and yet men could do it and succeed. So I'm going to take all of these girly toy properties from the 1980s. I'm going to masculinize them, and I'm going to make them much better. Much, much better. Much better. I can't wait until we do the monkey keys. The monkey keys, filthy, stinky apes that need to suck you. Munchie cheese were like with the thumb in their mouth. They had Munchie cheese were horrible little dolls for little girls in the early 1980s, late 70s, early 80s. And their mouths were perpetually like in a sucking kind of duck face. And they had little thumbs that you would stick in their mouth, their little plastic mouths, and they would just stay there. So, the Rainbow Brute version of that are monkey keys. They're apes, and they fall out of trees, and they go, I need to suck you. I need to suck you. And they do. They take your thumb, and they put your thumb in their mouth, and they just suck your thumb. These are vicious, vicious primates. I think you're going to dig them. Yeah. So I'm taking all of this stuff, all these girls' toys, and I'm making them great. And then we're going to move on to CyberFrog 3, Red Extermination. CyberFrog 3, Red Extermination. Oh, that's going to be good. Can't wait. I can't wait to be like, ladies and gentlemen, we're launching CyberFrog 3, Red Extermination. Here we go. And we are live. CyberFrog 3, Red Extermination is live right now. God, that's going to be fun. I love crowdfunding CyberFrog books. Hail the Brute. Rainbow the Brute, we're launching that. I said November 15th, and I think that's what I'm going to stick to. I don't know what day that is. I just parked it like right in the center of the month. We're going to launch Rainbow the Brute while we're fulfilling CyberFrog Wrecked Planet. Hard work this year. Hard work. But look, I'll stay with you if you stay with me. That's a promise. CyberFrog 2 Wrecked Planet, everyone. We're pretty damn close to $880,000. I hope you guys will consider backing this. One more honeycomb box and maybe a couple books will put this at 880,000, and that'll be cool. We're moving this campaign forwards and getting stuff put together. The CyberFrog PVCs are underway right now. I'm doing the fun stuff first. I want to get the PVCs done. The PVCs are important. I want to get those done and out of the way, and moving. All right, let me go back here. Thank you guys for supporting this. Thank you guys for supporting CyberFrog Unforgettable Tales as well. Appreciate it. John Malin's in here. Hello, John Malin. I don't see him, though. He says terrified. He's terrified. John, don't be afraid. Everything's going to be okay. I promise you. Hail chat, says John Malin. The eyebrowless wonder. Hail Couch Doodles. Dan Freg is in here too. All right. I think that's all I wanted to say today. All I wanted to say to you was those couple of things. I wanted to talk about how it's important that we stand up for ourselves when it comes to, you know, comic book stores, comic book publishers, and of course, one another. Stand up for each other's dignity. I don't want to see comic skaters bullying each other. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see all of our fire should be aimed outside of the tent, at people who are opposed to everything that we're doing. I don't want to see minor disagreements turned into flame wars. I don't want to see people who feel comfortable here and happy here made to feel uncomfortable. I don't want to see that at all. It makes me sad. Now, I don't hate any of you when you do it. I'm not going to turn on any of you and feel sad, but I've noticed it lately. I got to be honest with you. I've noticed a few flame wars. I've noticed some friendly fire aimed inside the tent, guys. Love one another. Be kind to each other. When people make mistakes, be quick to forgive them. We have bigger problems out there. Kenny Jones says, Uncle E, if you hit 1 million on Rec Planet, any stretch goal in mind? I haven't thought of it yet, but I've got plenty of time, and I will think of something. I will think of something cool for you guys. I certainly like making things. Here's Dan Frage with that little ass titty. That was the best part of that little animated thing. I'm sorry, your rap was very funny. I'm just like ass titty. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Let's see. We can bully each other all day if we know it's JFF, just for fun. Yeah, okay. All right. As long as everybody knows that. But you guys should know better. You guys know when it's no fun. You guys know when it's turning fans away. You guys should know when it's making our family seem a little less, familial. So I'm going to leave that, guys. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to sort that out. But I trust you guys. I love you guys. And I will talk to you again soon. Have a great Saturday. And I'm getting right back to work. See you later, guys.